week's edition of Will and Wise.
The Dog Show Drive.
I'm Will.
And I'm Y.
And we are back. We had a week off. And we're back. This week on the Dog Show Drive, we're going to talk. The biggest elephant in the room is why are registrations declining? Not just in Canada or America, across the world. In the UK, they're declining everywhere. Why? We're going to answer that question, and we're going to fix it ourselves here on the Dog Show Drive. All that
and more.
This week's edition of Will and Wise,
the Dog Show Drive.
The sun breaks, well, I can't wait till I be on my way again. I'm sick and tired of waiting.
Hi, why? Welcome back.
Welcome back yourself.
Yeah.
You were the one that was away. I was
away.
I was here the whole time.
I was hiking the mountains of Banff area with Sherry and Daryl Smith. Sherry Burnt Smith, who is, I've bred beagle. We've had beagles together for years, and I used to show her for her when I was a handler. And her and Daryl are so much fun, and I had so much fun with them. And it was just great. It was a great week, and they spoiled me off rotten, and yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
You need to be spoiled more, that's for sure.
That's what Sherry says.
Yeah. Sherry.
Maybe I'll pick a few pictures and see if Doc can put them up too. So
yes, that would be
since
good.
you get to put your pictures of fish up, I should be able to put up some scenic pictures.
Sure. What animals did you see? Did you see anything exciting?
We saw 2 bears. We saw elk. We saw deer. I saw the biggest raven I've ever seen in my life.
You said that. You were telling me about that.
It was the biggest raven I've ever seen in my life. It could carry a beagle away.
Mm-hmm.
And what do they call those little they're like squirrels.
Oh, what did you call them? Squeakers?
Squeaks or picks or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, they're really cool. Really cool. They look like little prairie dogs, so but they were really friendly. They'd stand up and they'd want to come over to you, and
just another rodent.
Yeah.
Just another rodent.
And a million magpies, of course.
Yes, magpies they're big time. Yes.
Yeah, didn't see any wolves. Didn't hear any wolves.
Or coyotes.
No. Mm-hmm. But it sure was fun, and I'm sure afraid of heights. But I did my very best. What's that?
But you also judged out there. You went.
I judged at AKC.
You did the Beagle.
I did the Beagle National, and Sherry did the sweepstakes.
Oh, how fun!
So that was a lot of fun. We had a great time. We had a wonderful entry. Some really nice dogs.
Didn't you say it was the largest Beagle entry you've ever had?
Apparently, yeah.
How many did you have? Like, expand on for the viewers, for crying out loud.
38.
You forget how to do this?
Can I just get the check, please? Do you have reservations? I'm beginning to.
That was a good one.
There was 38 of them.
Yep.
So it was a lot of fun. I had a great time. And the new AKC venue at, where's it held again?
The Ranch House.
The Ranch House. It's a wonderful venue.
You were saying that.
It's beautiful. It's right next to the polo field. And you can see every ring. You don't have to panic, because you look down the road, down the line, and you can see all the rings. All the vendors are off to one side. It's really set up wonderfully. And
nice.
It was a great time. It was a great time. I was only there for an afternoon, but I got to see Chris Erickson and Roz Kramer, Gloria Kerr. Who else was there? Paul Stanton was there. You just had Paul Stanton at your show.
Yes, he was just here visiting us.
Yeah. Well, I saw Murray Easton. He was there as well.
Oh,
I don't want to miss anyone, because I'm trying to think who was all at the table at lunchtime. But it was a great time. It was a whirlwind. It was a blur. We came in, judged, and left. Yeah. We had to drive on to Canmore. So
right. So.
But the whole week was a lot of fun. I needed that week. So. Thank you again, Sherry and Daryl. I did. I needed it.
Yeah.
So
I was just trying to look up what the entry at the show was because we don't really have it because of. So Alberta was which day?
We don't have it. She was a week ago. We should have it.
She didn't put it on because it was it's the weekend before. That's why.
Oh, she didn't include the week we were away.
Yeah. So the big day was 540. That's how many dogs were in. 540 dogs. Yeah.
It was well ran again. It was like a machine. It was a really good show. Really good show.
Yeah, they have so many specialties there. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Interesting. Well, that's good. That's good. So that was what you did the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. So what did you do?
I don't know. No, I had a dog show here. We had the one that I help run. So we had a lovely panel. As you said, Paul Stanton came and he enjoyed. I take my judges out sightseeing, those that come in early, and the one because we share our judge from Alberta to come here. Yeah. And so I took him, up. I didn't. Well, I don't know if Mom took him up Mount McKay or not, but he said our Nor'westers, we have this little mountain ridge. It looks just like the Table Mountains where he lives in Sweden. So he thought that was just fantastic. So took him out to the Cherry Fox Lookout, did Kekabeka Falls, and then I took him.
I've seen all those things.
Yeah, and I took him to the old Fort William. So
I've been there too.
Yes, I know. Do you remember that? I have that picture of old Fort William, and then there was you sitting on a bench, and then I just was like, old William. It was funny. I always think that was so funny. Anyway, it was
I wasn't
great.
that old then, though. Wasn't
no,
that
you weren't. That was. Do you want to know how many years ago that was?
Okay.
That's a lot of math at the moment, actually.
You brought it up.
Over 28 years. 28
so
years
I was
ago.
young, William. Because I'm 61 now. What I wouldn't give to be in my
old
30s
William.
again. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Friday was kind of exciting at our dog show because we had a lot of lightning. So we had to have a pause. Oh. Yes, lots of lightning, big sheets of lightning. So, so we had to pause it we paused for about an hour, but it was fine after that. And then, we had a great show. It was 3 days of fun. And we had our big 50-50 draw.
Fun till Daddy takes a T-bird away.
We had our big 50-50 draw for the George Jeffrey Children's Foundation. And I don't know.
Did Jordan Stahl come?
No, he didn't. We couldn't get him here. He was already booked. If I had known that this was the weekend he was going to be in town with the Cup and the Conn Smythe,
yes,
I would have made sure I would have got George Jeffrey Children because he goes there all the time because they're supporters of it. I would have got him out to draw the winning ticket.
I'm sure he would have loved to come out there with the Cup, seeing all the dogs. That would have been fun.
Darn it. Anyway, anyhow, it was, so it was good. Anyhow, it was a good show.
You guys are spoiled anyway. You just get the Cup there every year.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
it's kind of, it's a little bit embarrassing. Yeah, we get it. At least every other year we get it. So, and there's pictures.
You don't even have a hockey team.
No, we just have junior. I think, what is it? Junior A's.
I think you guys have more NHL players per capita than any other city in the country.
Still, even with half of the stalls retiring now, we still have that many. We still produce that many hockey players here. Yeah, it's great.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
But that's why it's so hard to get any facilities to show dogs in because the ice.
Everybody's playing hockey.
The ice never comes out of half the rinks.
Yeah.
Anyhow, but it was a wonderful show, and we had a great time. And my brother stayed, so because Raymond was on.
He's still there.
Yep, he's here until next Sunday.
Don't bring him on the show.
Just gonna. We were just. We were supposed to go to camp, but we're not going to. Let's not talk about that. So
I spoke to him yesterday, right when I called him. Was it yesterday?
Yeah. Yeah. And he was sad about not getting to go to camp too. So
yeah, he told me that. Yeah.
Yes. So, but that was that's all I did. I just did that
Perfect.
stuff.
That's great.
And I got a lot of work to get done and catch up on because I'm gonna I'm getting ready to go to SDNG. So
make sure you, if you see Yvonne at STNG, make sure you go over and say hello.
I'll be in the English. I'll be with the English Center people, and we are fun. So I think I'm bringing my karaoke thingy. So, oh yeah, it'll be great.
Oh, the Lord, darn.
It'll be great. So anyhow, some other things to talk about. We want to wish Christina Hurd. She's going to get herself a new hip. Hip, hooray. She's going to get herself a new hip.
That was her ad. Did you see her ad?
Yes, I know. I saw that.
That was a great ad.
Yeah. I think she goes in on Monday, you said, yeah?
Yeah, Monday.
So speedy recovery to you and all the best.
I'm sure she will. She's in amazing shape. She road works that dog every day. And when Bradley told me that when she's recovering, she's going to try to stay, even though he's going to do the road work until she's going to try to go with them. So that'll be interesting.
I don't doubt that. Doubt that. So, what else do we have to discuss before we get going?
We have some bad news. Yeah.
Yep. Our condolences go out to the family of Rick Bagenstows. Rick passed away on August the 3rd. He was a very passionate steward of the wire-hair pointing Griffon breed and devoted many years to breeding and showing them. We're thinking of Dina, Luke, Rowan, and Dinah. Is it Dinah?
I think it's Dinah.
And the family at this time.
I could be wrong, but
yes. Anyway, yes, very sad news. He was very popular guy. I didn't know him myself, but
either did I. I know Luke and
Rowan. Yeah. So anyhow, life will carry on. So let's go across Canada. Brought to you by Canadian Dog Show Fanciers, showcasing Canada's top dogs. Alberni.
It's actually just Canadian Dog Fanciers. Not Dog Show Fanciers.
Did I say Dog Show Fanciers?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I'm just making up words now. I'm still a little punchy.
Be like Ron Burgundy. Read what's on the screen.
Anywho, Alberni Valley Kennel Club last weekend in Courtenay, BC. 3 shows for a total number of entries of 386 dogs, and it's down a bit from the previous year of 428, but not too bad. And then we had Glacier View Kennel Club August 7th through the 9th in Courtenay.
I was BC. On a glacier last week. Sorry.
There you go. 3 shows for a total entry of 432 dogs, and they were down also a bit from the previous year from 491. Then we had the Grey Bruce Kennel and Obedience Club, August 6th through the 4th in Owen Sound, Ontario. They had 5 shows. Total number of dogs is 536, and they're down a fair amount from the previous year of 757. And then we have the Edmonton Kennel Club in Edmonton, Alberta, and they had 4 shows for a total number of 1,269 dogs, and they were up from the previous year of 1,114 dogs.
Good work, Edmonton.
Yes. And then we had our dog show, the North Shore Dog Club here in Thunder Bay, Ontario. And we had 5 shows for a total number of entries of 515. And we were down from last year, unfortunately, of 675. And then we have the Club Canine de la Ville Capitale in Saint Gilles.
That's the new show, right?
Yeah, in Saint Gilles, Quebec. And they had 3 shows for a total entry of 626 dogs. So that's well done. Well done.
Yep.
And then Conception Bay Kennel Club, the 8th and 9th in Harbour Grace, Newfoundland. 4 shows for a total entry of 250 dogs. And it is up from the previous year of 228.
That was because of the Irish Setter entry that was
yes. Yep. And so reminders for closing coming up. We have Skaha Kennel Club, and that closes on Wednesday, August the 19th at 9 p.m. That's a classic show service. Saskatoon Kennel and Obedience Club closes on Friday, August the 14th. So that's this Friday at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that's a TKO show service. Then there's Prince Albert and Obedience Kennel Club. Prince Albert Kennel and Obedience Club closing on Sunday, August the 16th at 10 p.m. Central Time, or when their limit is reached. And that show secretary is Carrie Proudlove. And then we have the Calgary and Obedience Kennel Club. I give up. Closing date Monday, August 17th at 9 p.m. And that's also a TKO show service. And then we have Cornwall District Kennel Club closing on Tuesday, August the 18th at 8 p.m. That's a Diana Edwards show service. And we have Essex County Kennel Club closing on Tuesday, August the 18th as well at 8 p.m. or when their limit is reached, and that's an MJN show service. And to wrap it up, we have Windsor All-Breed Training and Tracking Club closing on Tuesday, August the 18th at 8 p.m. or when their limit is reached, and that also is an MJN show service. And those
two shows, Essex and Windsor, clustered together, so they're all on the same site on the same weekend.
Oh, very good, very good.
Yeah, and smart thing to do.
Yes, and that is your reminder for closing, brought to you by Canadian Dog Fancier, showcasing Canada's top dogs. Dun, da, da, da.
Yeah, how about them apples?
How about them? And now for our show spotlight. Pew, 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 pew.
Well, Doc adds all those things.
No, he doesn't.
You don't need to do that. He adds all those things. No, he doesn't. I do it like you. But before you start, I have some exciting news, though. For a Dog Show Tips fan, the podcast Dog Show Tips, I spoke to Mr. Biven today, Mr. Ed Biven, and we have set up a date for the interview with Mr. Ed Biven. So that
heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first on the Dog Show Drive.
Interview. The interview is taking place on the 25th of August, but it won't be until the following week, probably. But so that is, I think that's exciting news. So
that is exciting news. And that's one I'll even watch.
I mean, you'll even watch. My God. You're such a supporter. You can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter.
I've been a supporter long enough. Anyhow, so let's go to our show spotlight, brought to you by Show Scene Magazine, the place to be seen.
I'm sure she loves that whenever we say that.
I'm sure. So our Canadian show is the Prince Albert Kennel and Obedience Club, which closes on August the 16th at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. And the show's secretary is Carrie Proudlove. And it is the Dog Days of Summer with 6 limited entry, 200 dogs, all breed confirmation shows held on the long weekend, September 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And that's at the Prince Albert Exhibition Grounds in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. Entries open. Well, they're opened. The entries have opened. So no waiting. No waiting. Get right in line. There's a supported show for Shetland sheepdogs, and junior handling will be on the 2nd at the lunch break. Let's see what else we got going on here. The judging panel. Well, let's take a look at this. We have Pat Cummings from Victoria, British Columbia. Lisa Friedman, I can't say that last name, and they know that. Prokopshkin.
I saw Lisa at the Alberta show.
Lisa, East Foothills, Alberta. Margaret Jones from Ladysmith, BC. David Gilmer from White City, Saskatchewan. Penny Lewis from Lemberg, Saskatchewan. I just had Penny at our show. Sandra Lex from Toronto, Ontario. Joe and Janet Lobb from Brucefield, Ontario. And Trudy Taphorn from Busby, Alberta. And then they are also offering altered classes at all 6 shows. So for those that enjoy showing your altered dog, this is the show to go to. You have 6 shows to show in. And then, they're having, I always like when there's a social. So come join us for a
steak and social night.
At the Canadian Brew House. Tuesday, September the 1st. Tickets are only $35. Is this show on a Tuesday for real? I have to check this out. Hold on there, Bubba Louie. It is Tuesday the 1st. The tickets are only $35, and you can purchase them online at the www.dogshow.ca. And then they have theme days. Oh, these are fun. We did Blue Jays Day on Sunday, and we were told that we needed to tell more people about it. And I'm sorry. I'll try better next year. But anyway, theme days. Dress up and join the fun. Tuesday is the dog day. Dress up in your best dog print or paw print attire. Wednesday is the pool party. Flip-flops, cover-ups, sunglasses, and maybe a paper umbrella in your beverage. How fun. Thursday is summer casual. Summer tees and summer shorts. Capris. You get the idea. Anyhow, there's a sanction match on the Monday, August 31st at 7 p.m. The judge will be Janine Jorgensen. Entry fees are $10, $15 at ringside. Day of entries will be taken starting at 6 o'clock. Junior handling will be held on September 2nd during lunch break, like I said before. And let's just remember that the entries close August 16th at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. And the show secretary is Carrie Proudlove. That sounds like it's going to be a good time.
Exactly.
A very good time. All right.
So this next one, did we do this for our friend Ty, for a friend of the show, Ty?
I don't know if we did. I don't think we did, but I would be going to it just because that's where my friend Ty lives.
Yeah, friend of the show, Ty Manoy.
Ty Manoy.
Ain't got no scrub.
Pineapple King. Anyway, are you doing this so I can have a break? Just saying.
Well, if you want me to, of course.
Yeah, I do.
Your show. The Windward Hawaiian Dog Fanciers Association closes September 9th, 2026 at 12 p.m. Pacific Time. Beret event. It's a beret event. That must be the show secretary.
Beret, yeah.
Beret?
Yeah, I think they all
Hawaiian
say
Dog Windward Hawaiian Dog Fanciers Association, 161st and 162nd All-Breed Dog Show, September 26th and 27th, which is a Saturday and a Sunday. They're offering novice or is it novice owner handler series?
National owner handler.
National owner handler series. I always screw that up. Yeah. The judges there are from Canada, Olga Gagne. From Canada, Mrs. Darrell Heck. From Canada, Mrs. Pierre McLean. And then from Hawaii is Stephanie Delicata. And again, from Kanoe, Hawaii, Mrs. Jessica Smith. How about them?
How about them?
There'll be free handling classes on Saturday. I wonder if Ty's doing those. He could, Closes September 9th, 2026 at 12 p.m. Pacific Time. That's all. That was a short one.
Yeah.
I got to do a short one. Yeah. That was brought to you by Show Scene Magazine. Place
to be seen.
To be seen.
Ta-da!
Back to you, Yvonne.
Oh, great. So our topic of the week brought to you by Leading Edge Dog Show Academy, where your success is our success.
Read that part. Ron.
As I'm reading it, and I'm like, I don't think I'm supposed to read that out loud. It's not that it was anything bad, people. It was just
no. It was just direction for us.
Yeah. Yes. So
she has no faith in us.
Yeah, she has zero faith. So our topic is the registration numbers, AKC and CKC purebred registration numbers.
Well, AKC just put out there was a post this past week about dropping registrations.
So what are the numbers telling us? So We're not talking about show entries. Not talking about social media
No,
followers.
we're talking about registrations.
We're talking about actual purebred dog registrations with your governing club.
So this is the AKC 2025 registration numbers.
Yeah.
During the first 3 months of 2025, the dog registrations were down 18% compared with the same period in 2024. And litter registrations were down 14% compared with the same period in 2024. Dog registrations were also 14% below budget. Litter registrations were 8% below budget. These are significant numbers in the grand scheme of things with the AKC business, because the AKC is a business. Important distinction: registration numbers and registration revenue are not the same thing. Okay. Changes in fees, timing, services, and registration type can affect the revenue. What we're really interested in is the number of dogs and litters entering the registry.
Right.
Which is down. So
yes, down a significant number.
So that's what we have for the AKC. So basically between 18 and 14% down in registrations from the previous year. And then we switch to the CKC, the 2025 numbers. You can go ahead if you'd like.
Okay, the Canadian Kennel Club's 2025 annual report provides some very interesting numbers for us. So 7,873 puppy litters were registered with the CKC in 2025. The CKC notes that litter registrations have continued to decline from the pandemic era highs of 2020. So 36,812 Canadian-born dogs were registered in 2025. In 2023, that number was 44,988 Canadian-born dogs. So that's a
approximately 18% decline.
Yeah. In Canadian-born dog registrations in 2 years. And here's the interesting part. The CKC itself points out that this trend is similar to what is happening with the AKC and the Royal Kennel Club in the United Kingdom. So this doesn't appear to be solely a Canadian issue, and it doesn't appear to be solely an American issue. So why? Everybody says to me, why? So why are registrations declining? So we all tend to like to blame the COVID effect, right? The enormous COVID era puppy boom has to be part of the conversation. During the pandemic, demand for puppies exploded, breeding increased to meet demand, puppy prices increased, more people entered the breeding world. Many breeders produced litter specifically because demand was so high. Because demand was so high. So now we're seeing the other side of that cycle, right? Demand has cooled off, the market has definitely changed, and registration numbers may be returning toward more normal pre-pandemic levels. So I want to say in there, like, we're going to talk about breeders. We're not talking about, like, if you ask me about people breeding dogs, it's not just purebred people purebred dogs being bred. There was a huge...
Oh, it was a boom in the designer dogs too. Yeah.
Exactly. Because I don't recall ever seeing on my Facebook page or my feeds the numbers of doodles that I see now.
Right. You know, so when I was during the whole pandemic, during COVID, when we were all looking for things to do, that's when I started transporting dogs across the border. And it was crazy the amount of designer dogs I was transporting across the border. Yeah. Or going across the border, picking them up and bringing them back. And for astronomical amounts of money.
It always blows my mind what people will pay for a designer dog. And
a designer dog. Yeah.
Yeah. And in the bottom line, it's still just a crossbred.
Mixed breed. Yeah. Like with the doodle people, they're creating a registry amongst themselves, and they're having generations of the same litters. So they're doing things right that way, but it's still, they're not ready yet.
But okay, they're getting their, like, how are they getting a registry together? Is it just like the original Labradoodle?
Yeah, the club itself, I guess they got a few clubs themselves. They just developed, and people are basically keeping track of litters and keeping track of sires and dams and seeing where it's going. I don't know if it's going to amount to anything, but
because I mean, you can pop in a surname on any doodle thing, and then you've got it, right? Bernadoodle, Sheepadoodle, like,
yeah.
You know,
but there is a huge number of them in our population.
Oh, you can't. As my grandfather said, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting one, you know.
Well, and go talk to all the groomers. Half their clients are doodles. Like I'll drop in on Nancy to have a coffee, and there'll be 2 doodles on the table and 1 in the bathtub. You know?
For sure.
So it's helped their business, of course. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
the cost of living.
Cost of breeding.
The cost of living, but the cost of living. We're going to scroll down, Ron.
Okay, it's on the bottom of this sheet. It says the cost of breeding, and you just looked at the top of the next sheet, which said the cost of living.
Because you already said the cost of breeding about 5 minutes ago.
No, I didn't. Anyway, that's another major factor. The cost to produce a litter has gone up substantially.
Oh, I do not know how breeders are surviving just with the vet costs alone.
Well, you're skipping ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I'm a forward-thinking guy.
We'll get to that part in just a moment. So anyway. Sorry. But, housing costs have increased. Food and household expenses have definitely increased, hydro, everything. Our disposable income is no longer. There are days I really don't enjoy this. Anyway.
Yeah, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah. So our disposable income is becoming much tighter, as I said.
I was going to say fake news. It's all fake news. But I didn't say it.
Settle down over there. So breeding dogs is often something people did with their money left over after the necessities were paid. But now, there's very little money after necessities are paid. And the discretionary spending is going to be, squeezed completely. And then when you look at what you need to have left over to breed a litter, your veterinary costs alone now are, what does your average C-section go for?
Yeah.
Heaven forbid you need one, And
it's affecting our world too, because just gas to get to dog shows. It's all the same thing. It all works out, even though it's a cost of living. The dog shows have always been a luxury sport, which is a luxury. Well, it's getting less and less. People have less and less luxury money to spend.
Oh, for sure.
They're picking and choosing where they're going.
Yeah. And for myself, even getting a dog, I had to get my ducks in a row before I even got Fanny, simply because of the fact I did not have a current vet, because all my previous pets had died, and I did not have a current vet. And I had to find a vet that would take me, because in Thunder Bay, it is, I will say again, terrible as far as.
Are they all corporate owned up there?
What's that?
Are they all corporate owned up there now?
No. No. I think 2 of them are, but during the pandemic, if you didn't have a vet, you didn't have a vet.
Yeah. Well,
and the vets were not taking anybody.
During the pandemic, one of my beagles fell ill, and I needed to go to see a vet. And I called the vet I had always used when I was showing dogs, and they denied me. And they'd known me for 20 years.
I know.
On a personal level, they knew me.
I know. And there's a lot I can say about stuff like that, but you got to be careful. Yeah. But anyway, the health testing costs more, Reproductive services cost more if you're so lucky to even have them in your near area. Emergency care can be extremely expensive.
Emergency care is out of this world.
Yeah, extremely expensive.
Yeah.
And then there's always the possibility of complications when you're having a litter, always. So an emergency C-section, like I said, how much can that set you back? Like literally, thousands of dollars, and that changes the economics.
Which then goes to the cost of the puppy.
Yeah,
and it's because they have to increase the cost of the puppy in order to help offset some of these bills.
Yeah, exactly. So what started as a planned breeding can suddenly involve emergency vet care, surgery, medication, overnight hospitalization, potential complications for the mother, potential loss of puppies, and potentially thousands of dollars in unexpected expenses like such, right?
Oh, it's a nightmare for some of them.
Yeah. So there's nothing worse than having a whole litter, and then you have an emergency C-section, you've had complications with your bitch, you've had puppies that you've had to try and revive and save, may needed medical attention as well, and then by the time you actually get to come home with said mom and pup, because you've only one survived, now how much is that puppy worth?
Right. And yeah, it's crazy. And the time has come now. Like a lot of breeders have planned breeding, so they're looking forward to certain individuals being bred. Well, they've got to also look and see if they can afford it at that time.
Exactly.
And sometimes they can't, and that bitch is starting to get on in age, or we're going to lose the stud dog or something.
Yep.
Like the cost of living has gotten in the way of a lot of different areas of breeding.
Yeah, for sure. So, and then we look, we were talking about the health testing. Responsible breeders we're expected to do the right thing. Test our dogs. Make sure that they're clear of the genetic fallacies that can, occur in your breed. So, and that, there's orthopedic testing, eye exams, cardiac testing, DNA testing, and other breed-specific screening. And this all has to be done before you can even consider breeding an animal, right? And so the breeder can spend significant amounts of money simply determining whether a dog should be bred. I mean, I've already probably spent almost close to $1,000 on Fanny. And, I'm still looking at stud dogs. I haven't even decided on a dog yet. And, that's how much money I've already put in just to make sure that this is a viable bitch to be bred. Right? Yeah. So... And then we get into the traveling to your stud dog. So other expenses that often get overlooked is getting the right stud dog. And then the best breeding choice isn't always the dog living down the road. I mean, that's fantastic if you've got that option available to you. But let's be real. That's, generally that's
we
just
would drive from Ontario to Virginia to breed our bitch.
Yep. And I mean, before we used to fly them, and I mean, that was never, and when you ship any dog cargo, that's always a greater expense. And then
and it's a worry if the bitch is going to take
with
or
all
not.
of that.
Right.
And there's more risk
because
with
of the
that.
stress involved. So
yeah. So like you said, it involves gas, the airfare, hotels. Even if you drive your bitch to somewhere, you got to stay, you're there for at least 3 to 5 days, maybe, getting your bitch bred there, that hotel, meals.
That used to happen all the time. I remember when we were running the poodle kennel, people would come and they would stay in the area for a week to breed their bitch to one of poodles.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They were there for a week sometimes.
Yeah. So then you're looking at boarding any other dogs you have left at home. If you don't have anybody else at home, you're looking at time
for help to look after them.
Yeah, or time away from work. I mean, that's like your bitch doesn't always, conveniently ovulate on the weekend.
No.
That would be lovely, but so be the case. And a breeder may have to make a long trip to discover and then you can get there and the timing's not right. Like you've always heard the story of, you get there and then all of a sudden, progesterone levels just dropped or whatever. And you're like, oh, we're not ready to be breed after all, So And then
it's a lot. It's a lot going on to be a breeder.
Yes. And then we also have reproductive services. Modern responsible breeding can also involve significant reproductive expenses. So you have your progesterone, your ultrasound, semen collection, storage, artificial insemination, veterinary reproduction specialists that help you out, shipping chilled or frozen semen, and that's a whole nightmare in its own, getting semen shipped, because you have to, heaven forbid you try and get it over the border. That's just recipe for disaster right there. It always gets held up. By the time it gets to your vet, is it still viable? You don't know. And now you're still spending thousands of dollars for a vet to maybe implant your bitch with crappy semen to begin with, right?
Right.
So
when I was working for Gary, we would get a lot of bitches in to be bred to the dogs, and he would just do it himself. It sounds awful, but it was the old turkey baster, and he always got it done. Always got it done. I can't even think of a time he missed.
I had a very high success rate too. I used to artificially inseminate lots of dogs for people, lots. And it was just something that, but now with all the rules and regulations, you're not supposed to do it, which crap.
Anyway, I remember not like 20 years ago, which in the grand scheme of things isn't that long ago, Maida Putterman used to come and do a lot of breedings for us.
Yep. Yep.
Because she was good at it. She had such a high success rate of breeding these dogs. So
I remember, this is a funny story. So when Faith was little, and I had the English setters at home, and I used to do the collection, right? Well, I always put the semen inside my bra because you had to keep it to body temperature while you were doing things. So anyhow, one day Faith came out with her t-shirt on, and she had the baggies and the tubes and everything in her shirt. And she was like, "I'm ready to breed the dogs, Mom." And I'm just like, yikes.
Yeah.
Dog show kids, they're hilarious. They are hilarious. Anyway, so, and those are just more costs that add up to, producing a litter, right? So.
And then you get to the cost of raising a litter. If you get lucky, you have a litter, is the cost of raising a litter.
I don't know if this is a good episode for me to be reading all of this. I've been so excited about breeding my dog, and now I'm just like, oh my God. I'm going to need another 2 years. Another 2 years just to save up some more money on this deal. Anyhow, yeah. So you look at the cost. I mean, it's food, puppy supplies, whelping equipment, more veterinary examinations, deworming, vaccinations, microchipping, registration.
Can you still microchip your own dog, your own litters? Can you still do that?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Because we used to have a scanner in the kennel.
Yeah, I remember we used to do it at the kennel. I remember we used to microchip the puppies ourselves. I don't know.
Yeah. And I had the scanner because I remember one time we were taking Jamie to get his flu shot, and Colin was working then. And Colin's like, take him, get his flu shot. The government's just putting a chip in him. And don't do it. They're going to put a tracking chip in him. I said, "You're ridiculous, Colin." So we get back from the doctors after his flu shot. I sneak into the kennel office. I grab one of those chips and I put it in Jamie's breast pocket. And then Colin comes out and he starts chatting away. I said, "Well, go grab the scanner. Let's see if they did." Well, he almost had a heart attack when he scanned Jamie. I found a chip. Anyway, sorry.
That's fine. Anyhow, registration. I'm telling you right now, registration is the cheapest thing you're going to be doing with these puppies.
Yeah.
To be quite honest with you, it's not that registration is not as much as everything else. And then, you even have you begin your health testing right away on puppies. Like for English setters, as soon as we can get them bear tested, we get them, which is a hearing test, we get them bear tested. You did that to me the other day.
And it works. 70% of the time, it works all the time.
Yeah. Socialization, enrichment, cleaning supplies, advertising, and then there's just the amount of time you put in with puppies, right?
Yeah.
And
it's never ending.
Yeah. And so I like how Megan always does these little, and let's not forget The breeder's time has value. Yes, your own time is valuable. Raising a litter properly can consume weeks of someone's life. It means sleepless nights, a time away from work, rearranging family schedules, and being available basically 24/7 when something goes wrong, right?
Yeah. You're open 24 hours in a row.
Yeah. 24 hours in a row. So then we look at the economic reality of responsible breeding. A responsible breeder isn't simply asking, can I sell these puppies? They're asking, can I afford to produce this litter properly? Which is now a little conversation I'm going to be going home and having. Thank you. And these are very two different questions. Rising costs may cause some breeders to breed less frequently, produce fewer litters, skip a planned breeding, retire breeding dogs earlier, maintain smaller breeding programs, or stop breeding altogether. And this could potentially contribute to declining registration numbers. We've often talked about the fact...
Potentially, it definitely is.
Yes. You know? We've often talked about the fact that there no longer are the big breeding kennels that there used to be in like the 50s and the 60s, right?
Even the 70s and the 80s, we had bigger kennels. Now breeders are maybe having one litter a year. Big, that'd be a big breeding program.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
So, you don't see that. And, well, are we going to talk about the reasons why I think that happened? Anyway, I mean,
we can if you'd like. We have 15 minutes. Well, 14 minutes.
Do we have you know what I didn't look for?
What?
Oh, I think my parts are getting all...
But are few people actually breeding? Yes, few people are actually breeding. There's less and less litters being produced each year. And new breeders, if they can get around the registered
Keep going.
part of it. Pardon?
Keep going.
And are people choosing not to register? But I mean, if they get around the limited registration of it all and are allowed to breed their dog they purchased, are they choosing to register the puppies? Or are they just going around and just selling them as unregistered animals? Like, I'm sure this is happening. Like, not so much in our world, but you'll drive down the road and you'll see purebred Labrador for sale, purebred Beagles for sale, purebred German Shepherds for sale.
Without papers, right?
Yeah,
there's like, papers. And there back in the day, that used to be the thing in the newspaper, right? Labrador Retrievers, 600 with papers, 400 without.
Yeah.
Right. And like you could tell people it's not $200 to register your puppy with the CKC. So, it's so.
Our consumers changing. Like why? I don't know why. Why are a large percentage of consumers turning to designer dogs, designer breeds? There's like. Until some of them are trying hard, but until they have contracts and health histories, and why are you spending that kind of money on a dog that you're not getting any of this value from?
Yeah. And that's for that golden, the agouti golden girl that does, how much are you paying for a mutt?
Yeah.
And she goes through those designer websites and they are for-profit businesses. Like it is crazy.
Yeah.
And we as a dog population, a purebred dog population, we have basically shamed the big breeders into not being big breeders anymore because it didn't look right to who? To the general population, but this general population is now doubling back on us and going to these websites with these kennels that have literally, they are these big breeding kennels and they're not breeding for health or temperament or anything. They breed strictly for color and
sheer
size.
Numbers and color. Yeah.
Yeah. Color and size. And it's just,
it's crazy.
So why are we being shamed when these people, they're, fabulous because it's a designer dog and they're charging you like some of the prices blows my mind because I don't believe any dog is worth like, $15,000 because it's
when we were this past weekend, we were out for dinner one night. It might have been in Banff, and we're eating in the patio. So there's always dogs. There was an Australian Shepherd there. She was really sweet, and she's with her owners. Then there was this young couple, and they had a little Bernese colored dog, and they were walking it out, and someone said, "What kind of dog is that?" And it was a miniature Bernedoodle. A miniature Bernedoodle. I'm like, oh my god! And they loved the dog. Of course, they loved the dog, but
but it's just And how much did you pay for your Bernedoodle? And
your miniature Bernedoodle.
Miniature Bernedoodle. So already
I picked up when I was transporting dogs, I picked up a Pomsky, which is a husky and a Pomeranian.
I know a lot of those.
Yeah. And like I would have to, because back then I would cross the border, go to this big breeding program, because they were there. Most of them were in farms, Amish and whatnot. There was farms, and go there and drive the driveway. And there was a huge facility for breeding these dogs. And you always think, should I just leave? But no, it's the COVID. It was COVID. It's pandemic, and I need to make a living. But this one guy paid $8,000 US for this Pomsky puppy. $8,000 US.
Yep.
Which is $1 million Canadian.
$1 million. And then I always like the ones that have like the little. It looks like it's a Pom type dog, right? But it's Merle. Gray Merle, and they're we were in, I think it was one of the garden centers, and they had it, and of course it's cute, right? And then some lady asked,
all dogs are cute.
Yeah, and the lady asked the girl, "Oh, what kind of dog is it?" And she said it was Pomeranian, and I'm like, "Good luck with that." No. I didn't say that out loud. I just and just kept walking along.
You don't want to engage them and get in a conversation.
No, well, and everybody has a right. They're like, people don't. I would never say something to someone in the public about their dog. It's like calling your child ugly, right, or stupid. You can't do that. Even if you want to, and even if you're right, you can't say those kind of things. So, yeah. But
one of my brothers called me because he wanted to get I think it was a Labradoodle, and I just told him he wasn't allowed to. You're just not allowed to.
Yeah, it's what you always want to just tell family. No, carry on. Yes.
I'm known as the dog guy in the family, so you have to listen to me.
Exactly. It's just like my cousins were in town the other week, and my one cousin, he said that mutts were healthier than purebreds. They don't have as many problems. And I said to him, that is, family, so I could flip out on him. So I did. And I'm like, you show me the study. Show me the study where the mutts are more healthy than the purebred dogs. Show me. And I said, because I'll tell you right about your little mutt that you've got. And they don't have a little mutt. It's this like greyhound. It's a greyhound Great Dane cross. She's huge and she bites people. Anyway. Let's talk about how many problems you've had with your dog and how many problems I've had with my purebred dogs over the course of, having purebred dogs for 40 years, right? So anyway.
And let's face it, really good breeders give you a health guarantee, whereas when you go to pick up your mixed breed, you're not
Pomsky or whatever.
It's a driveway guarantee.
It is a driveway guarantee.
There's no guarantee.
Yeah. So getting back to just our consumers, so I do feel that buyers are choosing mixed breed over designer dogs. And I think us as a purebred population, we are on the back foot now. Like we are.
Well, I think a lot of us is to our blame. We've become very elite
in
our livelihood, our lives of the sport of dogs, and we look down on the other ones and look down on new people coming in.
Yes.
What was I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Carry on. It'll come back.
Jumped off the rails.
The limited registrations. Like when I was starting in dogs, my parents starting in dogs, if we were forced to have a limited registration, would we still be in dogs? Would they have carried on?
Yeah.
If they were denied to breed their dog that they've driven to wherever to purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I always felt the limited registration was like for the newer people, and the agreement my mom always had with, when we sold a puppy, it would go on the non-breeding contract. And if you, took the time to, show your puppy, finish your puppy, and, we had a discussion on whether this was a puppy of quality that should be bred, then the non-breeding contract would definitely be lifted, and, off, and you could carry on as,
And that would be, I guess, if you sold it at a pet price, you would leave that on, and to see how the dog grew. But this is like we drove down to the biggest Araceno kennel in North America, the most famous one anyway. And if he had put on this strict thing about, no, you can't breed cork ever until I say yes, who knows if we would.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Although Mr. Eldridge wasn't like that. You went there and you took the time to research him back then and find his dogs. He was very easy to deal with. He was a great mentor for us.
Yeah. So, and our consumers more focused on the individual dog rather than the pedigree now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the colors and.
Yeah. And then our younger generation is less interested in traditional purebred ownership, which, I don't know, that could be a possibility too, right?
Yeah. Well, because of social media, we see a lot of reels with mixed breeds.
Misinformation.
Right.
Right.
And, we're not very good at promoting ourselves.
We're not in a good light anyway.
Right. Yeah.
We're not, we definitely need our own social media team to take us into a better light and to explain what we do more. Well, for example, I'll share this with everyone. So we had our dog show this weekend, blah, blah, blah. And we have a little Facebook page, whatever have you. And I'll say this lady messaged our club with a private message. And then when there was a post done about the club, then she joined the chat, the comments. So her message to us was that for her, it was this was a useless event for her to go to, because there was no one there explaining what was going on. There wasn't anyone announcing the breeds or the dogs' names or this, that, and the other thing. I really expected to see something like I do on TV.
I agree with that to a degree.
Exactly, because it's like, yeah, I get that. And then, because it'll take me a few days before I actually reply to her, because I actually feel sorry for her because she went on the comments on the public page. So right. And so it's like, lady, do you not understand? Like, you don't know what it takes to put on this. We are a club of 6 people, right? And there's no one there to do what you want. But there are lots of people who you could have asked questions to, for sure. Yeah. That would have answered.
But when I was growing up, you'd go to the shows and there would be the CKC booth.
Yeah, well,
and you could go and talk to them and find out what was happening. And there was always handouts. And if it wasn't the CKC booth, it was Suregain or Pro Plan or someone that would give you that kind of information.
Right. Exactly.
I think it's important, and maybe that's a bus that the food companies are missing. Or they should think about a booth that gives that kind of information to people and draws them in. And I'm sure Mary and all those Pro Plan ones, Sarah, they would answer any question you ask them.
Sure, but it's got to be at your show.
Right, it's got to be like when I was a kid, you'd walk up and there'd be a billboard showing the breakdown of the dog show, how it ran. And that was enough to draw me in to start asking questions.
Right. So I took from her message to us, I have a lot of ideas of what I'm going to do for next year. But unfortunately, she went on to the post and she posted this kind of the same message she gave. And she said it was constructive criticism, But in fairness, it did have a bit of a bite to it, right? And whatever. But unfortunately, she went on our page and said basically the same thing. And then she just got lambasted by all the dog show people, right? Do you realize how hard those people work? And it's just like, whoo. And Megan's like, can you turn the comments off on that now? And I'm like, yeah.
But it is understandable. Okay?
It is understandable.
It's harder now to find out what's happening in a dog show than it used to be when I was growing up.
But in the same breath.
But again, you look at that, like with the limited registration. If I didn't have that information, would I still be here? Would have been enough to keep me involved in the sport?
Yeah.
This piqued my interest. And back then, there wasn't as many distractions as there is now.
Right.
So back then, when you saw something you liked, right?
There's a lot of options out there for people to spend their luxury money on, right?
So you've got to make it, you know.
Yeah.
They don't know about dog shows, and when they show an interest, we need to show it back.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
So I guess we should we did chat about this a lot. I didn't think we would.
Yeah, we did.
So we could come back to a lot of this to next week because there's still like pages Megan has here. Pages.
No, we can.
So
let's see if we get any answers about it. But yeah. All right. Well, we can stop there. We can stop because that's right before the. Well, we only have
5-6 more pages to go.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, part 14, the big question. Part 14. Cole's notes, Megan. Cole's notes.
Cole's notes. So let's go. So that was part 1 of the topic of the week.
Brought to you by
Leading Edge Dog Show Academy, where your success is our success.
That's fun to say.
It is. Let's go on to our final.
Let's finish up with our kennel and bench.
Yes, brought to you by ProPlan, Fuel for Life.
Fuel for Life.
Oh, this is the Stud Dog Gallery from September 1969.
Oh, let's see if we recognize anybody.
Anybody here?
I was 4.
Though there's some lovely cockers. Oh, look at this. This is is that a Brussels Griffon or? No, it's an Affenpinscher. Yeah, I was like, it's really black. It's an Affenpinscher. It has definitely a different type of haircut than they have now.
Yeah, the style has changed. Yes.
Oh, and there's quite a few Cocker Spaniels.
Well, pick one and read it to the crowd.
I'm trying to see if I see a kennel name that I.
Do we recognize?
Yeah. Oh, here's an Irish setter. Champion American, Mexican, and Canadian. Legend of Varagon.
Oh, I knew that dog, yes.
Yeah, and he's got a UDT, PR, PU, Canadian CDX.
Yeah. He's American dog.
Cameron, Irish setters, Ron and Renee Taylor.
Yeah. Legend of Varagon.
And then look at, beside it is the Maltese. American and Canadian champion Florina Medina.
Medina, I guess. The doctor.
And that's Revlo Kennels, Douglas and Mary Oliver. Co-owned by Miss Elaine Mitchell. Yes. From Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, where the show is being held. Our show highlight. Yes. Yeah, if you get a chance, folks, go and look at some of these. These are fantastic, really. It's crazy.
Yeah, people don't. When you go onto the website, the CKC website, you can just go to Kennel and Bench, and you can just scroll. And I'm telling you, it's going to keep you interested for hours because there's so many interesting things about the history of our sport and names that you don't recognize. But if you look at the kennel names, you may see them back in your pedigree.
Yeah. So just like this Cocker champion, Twin Neff Morgan, and it's owned by Nirvana Farm Registered, Dottie and Cliff Willis.
Yeah.
And the big stud fee was $50.
Yeah, like $50. Yeah.
Oh, wouldn't you like retro stud fees? I think I would.
Retro anything now.
All right. So.
Oh, they're so interesting. I love going to Kennel and Bench, and you can learn so much about our history going to Kennel and Bench.
Yeah, for sure.
And people need to do that.
Yes,
because they need to know where we came from, where we are now.
We do.
Yep.
All right.
All right. That was Stud Dog issue of Kennel and Bench.
Yeah. So,
brought to you by
Pro Plan Fuel for Life.
That's right. And I promise we'll get back to the cost of breeding dogs in the next episode. It's just we didn't realize how much conversation it would take, but it has taken a lot. So
it has. Yes, but it's an important.
Take us away, Yvonne, before we get
okay. Don't forget to click, and subscribe to the podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Audible, CastBox, and anywhere you get your podcast. Check out our Facebook page, The Dog Show Drive Canadian Edition. Email us your ideas, comments, and more, dogshowdrive@gmail.com. I'm going to say this again. Don't forget to come find me at SD&G. It'll be fun. And
fun, yeah.
So anyone driving to a show this weekend or however you're getting there, travel safe, seatbelts on, glasses on. Till next week, guys. Bye.
Take care, guys. Great to be back.